What's going on, you guys? So welcome back to this edition of Flyers and Flops, or winners and losers if you want to be all technical about it. About the Eagles hung on against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday, and 28-23. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win. And so we're going to go over the Flyers and Flops, or winners and losers, today for the Philadelphia Eagles. So first off, biggest winner or Flyer for me is Nakobe Dean. That was a big-time interception at the end of the game. Like, that's why you drafted him a couple years ago, because he's great in coverage, he's a great leader, he flows sideline to sideline, and he makes tremendous plays like that. And so, yeah, Nakobe Dean, that was a big-time play, especially when it really seemed like the Jaguars were going to pull that one out. But yes, he went in there and absolutely took care of business. Also, was a guy that was in on a couple of tackles as well. So, but yes, that was a big-time interception by Nakobe Dean. Also, Saquon, like, what can you say about Saquon at this point? I mean, what was it? I think he had 199 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns, 27 carries, $159 and a tutty, as well as 3 catches for 40 yards and another tutty. So, I mean, the offense runs through him. We know this at this point, but at the end of the day, he has been playing very, very well for the Eagles, and he deserves a lot of credit. Also, Jalen Hurts was very solid, 18-24 for 230 and 2 touchdowns. Also had 13 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. Like, this offense is kind of dangerous for the Eagles, and I think that with these two at the helm, doing that read option, it's going to make things really difficult for opposing defenses. So shout out to Jalen Hurts for playing a very all-around solid game. Devontae Smith had 4 catches for 87 yards and a touchdown. Without A.J. Brown, who we'll get to in a second, like, he was kind of counted on to come up with some big plays, and he did. That one-handed catch in the end zone was fantastic. Also, Sidney Brown had that big-time fumble, forced fumble on the punt that led to the Eagles' first touchdown to Saquon Barkley. So that was big, but then also you saw Keely Ringo get that recovery, so that was big. A.J. Brown had 2 catches, 36 yards, 1 for 20, 1 for 16. So overall, like, he wasn't, like, I believe he avoided serious injury too, which is good, but it was good to see him get out there. Grant Calcaterra just continues to impress me. 5 catches for 30 yards. He continues to be a security blanket for the Eagles, and I think that even without, a guy like Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra can hold down the fort. Cooper DeJean played pretty well as well in coverage. I think he was targeted multiple times, but it just seemed to be a common thing for him to be batting balls down, or at least be in the general vicinity, which was big. Zach Bond led the team in tackles with 10. Also had that, it's kind of an amazing interception too in his own right at the beginning of the game there. So Zach Bond in the middle of this defense, him and Nakobe Dean are definitely leading this thing. Jahan Dotson had that catch for 36 yards that really sparked the Eagles offense there in the game later on, and so that was good to see. Also, Josh Sweat had a sack as well. So overall, this defense stood up when you needed it to with Nakobe Dean. As far as the losers, so Fred Johnson, for the most part, he plays pretty well, but that stunt, I don't even know that it was a stunt. I think that he just misread the Hines, the Hines Allen sack there. Like, he that was his guy. He just misread it. Also, the Saquon fumble call. Yeah, right, that wasn't a fumble. The ground can't cause a fumble. We've covered that multiple times. Jake Elliott also missed a field goal. I mean, I don't know if that was necessarily more on him or on the coaching staff that late in the game. Like, I know you trust the man, but that's rough. That's rough. The D-line outside of Josh Sweat, I don't think generated much. Like, they've generated pressure, but nobody got home, so that was rough to see. But even though, and especially late in the second half when you really needed to put pressure on Trevor Lawrence, and he could just, he did what he wanted. Also, the refs, multiple calls, including that pass interference at the end of the game and the Saquon fumble, and just, yeah, it's been kind of a complaint for a lot of people this season, but overall, the refs have got to get better. But at the end of the day, though, the Eagles come out with a 28-23 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.